The practice of meditation is something which has taken the world by storm. Everyone seems to be engaged in one form of meditation or the other. Specifically, in these troubled times, all of us are rather compelled to take a different route altogether. Though we would like to or we would not like to, that's a different matter altogether. But everyone seems to be introspecting that what could be the way forward in terms of dealing with the human crisis, whether it is a pandemic or it is a war. So it is a matter where humanity is at stake, where human values are intrinsically measured with the parameters which stand for compassion, equality, and overall sense of kindness to all human beings, irrespective of their caste, creed, color, religion. So what is most important and significant is we as humans realizing our purpose in life, not intrigued by the forces which more often than not lead to destruction of human values. We should be introspecting ourselves to know what we are made of, how capable we are in terms of reaching our horizon, where we could be just happy with our own self. We do not need to be validated by others. So what we see today is not the war and also the pandemic. It is more about the outcry which comes from me being right and proving others wrong, which I do think needs to change drastically around the globe. And that's why here comes in meditation, which brings about this transformation in our perception, in our understanding life, and the way it is, and the way it should function. That's why the land where we come from has been always a land of seekers. Eastern philosophies have never tried to prove a point where it applauds its own philosophy and demeans the other. It has never engaged itself into doing so. And most importantly, what is the most significant is to understand that though we could be greater than the other, but we value the greatness in others only to find greatness in us. And if I say that, what I mean is, by demeaning the other, you cannot be greater. By encompassing all the ideas and philosophies and coming to a platform is the greatness of all individual, which we are capable of as a human being. We do not need to have any religion here. We do not have to come from any specific sect or color or creed or any legacy. But we as a human being are capable enough to understand this. And we must understand this. That's why it is very important for all of us to come to one platform where we as human could celebrate being a human, or at least come to one common minimum thought process where we could live in harmony and peace. And in these times, meditation becomes rather more important, that we are able to manifest our own reality. That's why the Eastern philosophy, the land of Sadhgurudev and many masters who have walked on this planet, have always been in the exploration of the zenith of humanity. Rather than conquering the world, conquering within is the answer. That's the philosophy we come from. So here we are. We may try to conquer the whole entire universe, but if we are not able to take care of our own self, we may create wealth of many $1 trillion and $1 million. But if you're not able to create the harmony within the family, then there is a matter that needs to be addressed. So that's why meditation is the most important, that the answer lies within. The very urge to prove a point to the world by making yourself superior could be one aspect. But what greater possibility lies ahead in the future for human growth and the capacity to which it could be extended, that happens to be the knowledge that we have to seek within. And that is the meditation. So the word meditate, if you ask me, has been pondered on, and we have heard so much about it. It's almost a cliche. And there are so many ways one practices different methods of meditation. But what is unique in the science where meditation could be tangible? It is not something that we feel on the basis of our senses and emotions and feelings. It is something that takes you back to the root where the emotion and feeling comes from. We need to practice the meditation which can take us to the root of our emotions, which can make the emotion lucid, transparent, like you can actually see through it. You are able to see through all the emotions that you go through. You are able to kind of have a dialogue between the emotion and the thought it creates. But at the same time, it seems to be rather cliche, or people trying to display their own emotions in a way that will attract attention from the world. But that is not the meditation. Meditation is going beyond the emotion. It is about having a gap between the thoughts and emotions. Usually what happens is emotion takes over, and it becomes rather too important. It overtakes your thought process. If you cannot segregate your mind from the emotions and your mind becomes the emotion itself, then there is a problem. So first of all, we shall be asking ourselves, is any specific feeling that we harbor empower us, or it saps our energy, it totally drains our energy? What is the nature of this emotion? Do we feel drained by this specific set of thought process? Because there is no gap, because emotion takes over the mind. Emotion becomes mind because we allow the emotion to take over us, whatever kind of emotion there is. But we are not able to detach from everyday and day-to-day practices which automatically happen. And this automation of happenings is something that we have to look into. Everything just happens and we do not have control over it. Whereas meditation is something that exhorts you, that urges you to come forward and take control of your life. First of all, it is very important to understand that meditation has got nothing to do with abandoning yourself and segregating from the rest of the world and going into some isolated place. Absolutely not. Meditation is all about how to nurture the talent within, how to nurture those greater aspect of your life which has been dormant within. So meditation is all about that. So as long as we have a resentment and jealousy and envy, anger, either you could be angry, either you could have the feeling of resentment and revenge, or have a practice of meditation. If you are having these two kind of mixed feelings, you are being very compassionate. Can you be compassionate at the same time resentful? Is it possible? I don't think so. So, but all of us feel resentment. All of us feel like taking a revenge, don't we? And these things that happen on regular basis, we do not have control over, saps our energy and drains our energy, and we feel totally susceptible to these environments. And it happens on daily basis. So meditation is not something that you have to find being on an isolated place or on a specific spot. It is all about finding the real gem within, and what that is, and what we can let go of. So the first thing to know about meditation is, what do we need to let go of? This is the first basic thing. The first thing to know about meditation, how this meditation can help me let go of, which I have been holding on to. All of us, I'm sure, have been holding on to some feeling or the other which is not very healthy to you, aren't you? Even you have tried so much, but have you made significant progress? Have you made some headways towards reducing the intensity of that emotion that is not so nice to you, that is not so pleasant to you, that belittles you, that demeans you, that pollutes the inner being within? Right? So we need to actually gaze through the process where we are becoming the finer version of ourselves or not. If the meditation does not culminate towards it, does not take you there, where you find you're not making any progress, it is not serving any purpose. So meditation is a yardstick through which you can measure you as human being, how you are evolving. Are you becoming a better version of yourself day by day? The intensity of emotion is reducing, yes or no? Because you are led by your emotions mostly. And emotion translates into thoughts. And once it becomes the thought, now it turns into action. Once the action is done, karma has been done. So what kind of karma as we call it today, you are creating each moment of your life? Are you conscious about yourself? How conscious you are into doing what you are doing is actually meditation. Meditation is all about being in the know of how conscious you are into doing what you are doing. As simple as that. How conscious you are under any circumstance, no matter what it is, how conscious you are, how alive you are to yourself, how present you are to yourself. Or do you just give up? Any person comes up to you and says something and you just lose your cool. And you may be doing meditation, but meditation is not helping. So we are in this world today, we are being bombarded with information, and we have to meet number of people, we have a deadline to meet, we have number of assignments to achieve, we have number of pending jobs to finish, we have all kind of workload on us, and we feel overwhelmed. But with the meditation practice, you can actually, what you can do is you can buy time. If you cannot buy time with meditation, your meditation is not doing good to you. That's right. Whatever you can do in 1 hour with the practice of meditation, you can achieve that within just 20 minutes. So you can be highly efficient. Meditation is all about making yourself efficient and higher version of yourself, a graded version of yourself. That is the essence of meditation. I'm talking about the very initial stages of meditation, because we are dealing with number of problems today in the world. And the most important person today is you. Because it is you, it is us, and every one of us, each one of us is very important. Before you take care of the world, you have to take care of yourself. So in today's world, one thing that is coming out quite prominently, and I'm sure that all of us will agree, and all of you will agree, that it is the first time ever in the history of humanity that we as human being, individual, has become much more important than the family and the people that we are living in. You see, maybe a virus has taught that we have, no one is safe until everyone is safe. It's like, so under this time, what is most important is to take care of yourself. So meditation is not something that you have to find the answer by going to some specific place. It is all about you knowing yourself better, and knowing yourself better day by day, and becoming closer to yourself, knowing your emotions, knowing your thoughts, be conscious of each action. So here we are. Just remember the last time when you regretted an action. Last time when you regretted an action, what happened? How conscious you were? Were you really conscious? Do you think you would have performed that action if you had been really conscious? So meditation is bringing that aliveness within, how present you are to yourself. It is all about that. Because once we are in absolute consciousness of what we are doing, or maybe we are more attentive to what we are doing, there is more focus there, there will be a possibility, there will be great results, there will be higher perspective. So meditation is about expanding the vision. Where you feel stuck, you find there's no way out. So now I'm asking all of you, do you find yourself stuck where you are right now? Where are you right now? Just see yourself. Oh, you are stuck because of this person, your XYZ, or because of your workplace, because you don't have that skill, you don't have XYZ, blah blah blah. There are a number of reasons why you feel stuck. You can come up with it. Is meditation helping you get to know yourself better, where you know that, oh, I feel stuck because of this. The moment you know that you are stuck because of this, there is a clarity. But what happens usually is, once you know because of this person or a specific circumstance you are stuck, and you harbor the resentment, you harbor a feeling of anxiety, you are anxious, you are perplexed because you can't find a way out. But with the meditation technique, what happens is things start transforming. The perspective starts changing. The people because of whom you feel stuck will be the tool of your transformation. This is the power of meditation. The situation because of which you feel stuck will lead you the path of greater dimension and success. That's meditation. So meditation is a package, is a complete package for your inner success. And as the inner success happens, there will be manifestation of success outside as well. So from regret to gratitude, that's the journey of meditation. From not finding a way to creating a possibility of and sea of opportunities for yourself, that's the power of meditation. So in this age and time, the most important thing is to equip yourself with that mechanism through which you know yourself better and you can make yourself much more efficient than what you have been. You can gaze through the process and be in absolute know of your own doing. You don't have to know the other person. Other person cannot be so powerful to influence your life and cannot be so empowering. The power lies within. Other person can do something which may not be very pleasant to you, but after all, it is your reaction to what has happened to you. And what someone is doing to you, your reaction to that will determine your future, will determine the success, will determine your life ahead. So once you become conscious of yourself, and that tool is given by sadhana, is by meditation. So one can actually be on the platform, on Vihangam Yoga platform, where all of us can be a higher version of ourselves.